Hello, everybody. Welcome to the BeardBros podcast. I'm Hackbeard, and I'm here with Private Wiggles. First ever podcast. We finally made it. Thank God. You would not believe the amount of trouble we've had to go through to get to this. But we're here now. Right, Tom, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. So my name's Private Wiggles, and I'm a Twitch streamer and a YouTuber. I've never really done a podcast before, but you suggested it, so here we are. And we're gonna get this podcast started apparently and see where it goes.
Fantastic. So this is our very first podcast. It's a very simple premise. It's just two brothers talking about gaming news, and anything in between. So I think the first thing that we're going to talk about today is Tom. For the last week, what have you been playing?
Black Desert Online, a lot of Black Desert online.
So I mean, you've been like, so what? So you have actually been playing this now for it's been at least a couple of months, right?
No, I've been playing it for like a week and a half.
Is that it?
Yeah, I played the beta when it was out, but then I stopped playing it for like a couple of weeks, and then I figured out that you can actually get the Korean version, and yeah, you can. So this is what I've been streaming.
Right. So why do you just? I mean, you do chop and change between your MMOs a bit. That has to be said. But do you reckon you've actually settled on this one now?
No, probably not. The thing is the other MMO that I play a lot is World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
And it's kind of in a cesspool at the moment of we are stuck between two expansions. You know, we're waiting for Legion to be released, but they announced it far too early, in my opinion. Now we've got to wait another, how long is it now? Still like 9 more months, and there's no content in the game.
Well, they've promised they set like a maximum or like cut-off release date, didn't they, in like September?
Yeah.
In all honesty, do you think that it's going to be? Do you reckon it's got to be before that, right? Otherwise,
I don't know. The thing is they wouldn't announce that. They wouldn't say, oh yeah, it's going to come out by September the 21st if they weren't concerned that it may be that late, Like, otherwise, what would be the point? Why not say, oh, it's going to be out by, July? There's got to be a reason that they said September is the latest point.
So you reckon they will actually just be like, sorry, it's going to be September, deal with it?
Yeah, I seriously reckon it will probably come on, like, September the 1st. And they'll be like, well, it was sooner than we said it'd be.
Well, yeah, all right. So is there a particular reason why it's just not something you want to... But why World of Warcraft is just not something you want to play at the moment?
There's no content. There's nothing to do. Like, I played World of Warcraft for what? When did it launch? How many years ago? 11 years?
I don't think it was... about a decade. I reckon. When was the 10th anniversary? It was recently, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was the 11th anniversary. I don't know. Anyway, I've played it since launch, and I've never felt such a lack of content in the game until now. There is pretty much absolutely nothing to do in the game, for me, anyway. I'm mainly a PvPer in games that I play. I like the challenge that it gives me, and... I don't know. I feel like besides PvP, there's nothing to do, and I can't see myself PvPing for 8 hours a day. So I have people to play with. Okay,
and so compared to that, Black Desert has... Is it just because Black Desert is new? Is that...
That's one of the main things that is attracting me to it at the moment. Yeah, it's new and it's different. There was another MMO that I played that I'm sure you can remember me playing a lot, was Arcage.
Yeah. But you don't play that anymore, do you?
No, it got ruined by pay to win. It's got absolutely butchered.
Big question. Right. Black Desert. What's the monetization plan on it? Is it
the business model?
Yeah, but thank you. What's the business model?
It's in Europe. It's going to be buy to play. So you buy the game, you play it, and there is an in-game cash shop. We do not know what the items are going to be for the cash shop yet. They could be absolutely pay to win, or
it could just be purely cosmetic.
Could be. Yeah, I mean, I'm on the Korean version at the moment, which is slightly different. This one is free to play as standard with a cash shop, and you can have the option for a subscription, which gives you like lots of bonuses. But yeah, on the European version, you're going to have no option for a subscription.
So what you pay up front, one cost, like full price game, and then cash shop in the game, yeah?
Yeah. So you literally pay 30 euros to get the game, is the price they're advertising it as, and then you can play it forever. You never have to touch the cash shop if you don't want to.
I mean, that's not bad. That's the way Guild Wars 2's done it, and that's the payment model that I've enjoyed the most in the past. It just makes it seem like they are giving you a chance to enjoy a game without tying you down. And the thing is, with those kinds of models, I found that with Guild Wars, because I enjoyed it so much, I was more than willing to give them a little bit extra here and there for like the cosmetic stuff and a couple of the convenience items. Yeah. Do you reckon that you will want to put money into it?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course you will, because they do it in the way, like, they're smart. They've got to find the balance between making a game pay to win and a game making money, being profitable. So what they do is they put items in the cash shop that aren't so broken that everyone screams, that they scream that the game is pay to win, but they make them desirable enough that you're going to spend your money on it regardless. Like in this game, for example, you can get a pet which loots for you. Because there is no auto looting in this game. There's no mass looting in this game. There's nothing like that. So
but do you not think that they may have stripped out the genuine, we've got auto area loot in World of Warcraft, we've got it in Guild Wars, we've got it in so many things. Do you reckon they stripped out those kind of, they've become basic amenities in MMOs now. Do you reckon they stripped them out to charge you for these? You do? You reckon they have?
Of course they have. Yeah, okay. How hard would it be to put a group loot feature into the game? Of course it wouldn't be hard.
So
but
does that not annoy you?
Not really, no. Because like I say, in Korea the game's free to play, in Russia the game's free to play, and in Europe it's going to be buy to play. They've got to make their money somewhere, within reason.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't know if I missed that. So it's free to play everywhere else apart from here, really.
Yeah, but they have subscription models and their cash shops are ridiculously expensive. But we don't know what the cash shop's going to be like.
In Russia, are they charging the hard ruble?
Russia's not that bad. Russia's actually pretty reasonable. It's pretty damn cheap. It's Korea that's ridiculous, mainly because of the exchange rate and all this, I think. But I think it's quite pricey anyway.
But aside from the exchange rate, is it like a lot of the stuff is stripped out for the cash monies?
Yeah, not so much. It's got one of those energy systems in games. I don't know if you know about those. So like, say, when you cut down a tree, it uses 1 energy. You have 80 energy.
Let me guess. Wait. Does this run out during a day and then you've got to spend money to?
It recovers over time, so you get 1 energy every 5 minutes. I can't remember the exacts. But yeah, when it runs out, I've got no energy. No worries. Let's go on the cash shop and let's buy some more potions to recover my energy.
And how many actions are tied to this energy?
In Korea, it's not so bad. In Korea, it's like, you can do all the processing. You can turn, wood. You can chop wood into logs, and that doesn't cost energy. You can smelt stuff that doesn't cost energy. So you can do a lot in Korea. Fishing doesn't cost energy. I'm fishing right now in it, and it's not charging me anything. I'm just chilling, making money for free. In the European version, on the other hand, the processing is going to cost energy. So that's pretty much one of the most. It's going to be a massive energy jump. It's going to be ridiculous. But the PM diaries, who kind of sort of like they explain, they say, this is happening when the games come out. They've said, you're not going to be able to buy energy potions off the marketplace. Their idea is to slow down the market and drag out the game kind of thing, to stop everyone from completing everything in such a small space of time.
Right. And is it just as grindy as any other Korean MMO?
I would say more so.
Brilliant. Why are you playing this? What about this? I mean, it doesn't to me sound particularly. You don't like the grind, or do you like the grind?
Oh, I love the grind in this game because the combat system's fantastic.
Oh, okay.
Literally, you can't match it. Like, come one day, try out my game. Just try the combat system, and if every MMO made this combat system, it would be glorious. Like, it's so good. It makes every other game look like crap. Like, in terms of combat.
Okay, all right,
so
not bad. Okay, so that's Black Desert. Anything else this week you've been playing?
No, seriously, exclusively Black Desert all week because I'm concentrating on it a lot at the moment because I'm really enjoying it. I'm trying to think if there is any other games I've played. No, I really actually haven't touched a single other. I haven't even played StarCraft this week.
Oh man, I still need to finish that. I forgot I got StarCraft. Have you finished the campaign? Because I'm nowhere near finishing.
Nope, got like 3 missions in, then never did it again.
Yeah, me. I just want to know where the story goes. That Zeratul cutscene, man.
No. That's as far as I got. That's the last mission I played, and then I haven't played it since then. So it's pretty.
You're like, right, it's over now. Don't
play exactly. Anymore. I know what's happened. I don't need to know anything else.
Yeah. Without wanting to spoil it. Yeah, go on.
No, I was just trying to think. No, I seriously haven't played anything. This is like probably the first week in a very long time that I have exclusively played a single game without touching another game at all. So
okay, well that's good. It's consistent for you.
I've played the fishing mini game in a Black Desert. I guess that's the only thing. Yeah, it has lots of mini games in this, but yeah. So
brilliant.
I haven't done anything else, but yeah. What about yourself?
Right, so 2 games. I've just been in some sort of vicious cycle for like the past. When did it come out? I think it was... Well, but they were both in November, actually. Fallout, Call of Duty. Fallout 4 and Call of Duty. I mean, then that's all I've been playing. So it's Fallout 4 if I want to just play by myself. Just Fallout 4. And I'm getting dangerously into it now. I think I'm approaching 60 hours played. I know it's not like a huge amount, but I've put so much time into it. It's so good. And I just can't... I just want to do all the little side quests. And the thing I like about it is... I mean, the story is good. It gets a little bit middling with certain characters popping up and just kind of... All right, okay. So at the beginning, small spoiler. Basically, you're in a vault and you've been frozen, and you wake up in the future, and someone comes along and nicks your son. And the idea of the game is you're going to go and try and find your son. You need to find where your son is. And the weird thing about it is you'd think that, oh my god, I need to find my son. You'd think that it would be the most important thing in your character's life, but you can just go off and do side quests for like 40 hours, and it never reminds you to go, hey, you should probably go and find...
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, don't worry about that, mate. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to clear this camp out of zombies, or ghouls, or whatever you want to call it. Don't worry about that. I'm going to go and convince people to join the Minutemen. It just seems a bit weird. Don't worry about that. I'm going to go over here and tend to my crops and build me a bobblehead stand, and give dog meat sunglasses and a combat vest. It's like... It just seems... The story is good, although the direction of it seems a little bit flawed. But the side quests, that's what that keeps me bringing back, is just the side quests are so good. It tells a story without just dumping exposition on you. Some of the stories are told entirely through just imagery, like going to a place, discovering something, finding a scene, and you can kind of piece together what's happened. Maybe there's like been a big battle that's just happened, or like a decrepit, rundown building, and you can go inside, you can read maybe some of the video, you can read some of the computer logs, or decipher what's happened. It's just the world that they've built is so bloody perb. It really is. It's just so good.
But I'm going to ask, what's the draw? I always ask this when people talk about it in my stream, or just out in life, out about my mates in general. What is the draw of an offline game for you? Because you know me, I play exclusively online games, because if there's not a competitive edge to the game, I'm not interested.
I know, and I know you think that. I like being told a story, and I like being immersed in these worlds, and I just think it's good fun. Like, it's kind of hard to try. If you're not into single player games, then you're never really gonna get it. So it's probably going to be quite difficult to explain to you. But I love the world that you get to explore, the characters that you get to meet. They're brilliant. Like, so for instance, something like Skyrim is a game that I wouldn't enjoy as much, even though it's something that is developed by Bethesda. It's the same company, so you'd think, I'd be into. It's an RPG like Fallout, although some people have debated that, but that's a story for another day. It's an RPG like Fallout, open world. But because the story isn't as good in Fallout, and because it's more about the sandbox exploration.
Yeah.
Sorry, did I say Fallout? In Skyrim, it's more about
I knew you meant Skyrim.
You know what I meant. In Skyrim, it's more about the sandbox exploration. The story in Skyrim, not as good. So I'm just not as drawn to it. Whereas in Fallout, it's got some amazing worlds, some fantastic... It's the characters, really, actually. If I was going to have to say there's one thing that keeps bringing me back to Fallout, it's the characters. I mean, you've got a robot butler who goes around and does your bidding and knows your name if you've put the right name into the system. You've got some really... I don't want to spoil too many of the companions that find you. You can go into a bar in Fallout and you can find a Cockney robot who is wearing a bowler hat and has a little Union Jack flag on him.
Sign me up.
If that isn't fantastic, I mean, it's just brilliant. It's so cool. What? Go on.
I don't know. I can't see the draw of it. Yeah, you've got the storyline and everything, but I see people like... I talk to people and they're like, "Oh yeah, but you should see the camp I've made." And because you work in amazing settlements, can't you?
Yeah. Oh, you can. You can build the settlement. It's sort of like. People are probably going to destroy me for saying this. I don't
like Garrison.
Minecrafty. Garrison Minecrafty. In terms of garrisons from World of Warcraft, it's way more customizable than that. But it's just it's not something that I would say I'm staying in the game for. It's not something that's keeping me entertained. The garrison, it's the missions and the quests and seeing how all these factions that you meet and buddy up with play off each other, because they're not friendly to each other, at least not all of them. So it's interesting to see if you side with all of them at the same time. It's trying to keep your relationships with each of them balanced and make sure that you don't portray one accidentally or something. It's just good. It's a world you can lose yourself in, and I know you can do that online, but I just find that with MMOs, with every MMO I've played, if you want to make it an MMORPG, the story's going to suffer. And I think the immersion's going to suffer as well.
I don't totally agree with that. I look at World of Warcraft. Look at the story in that game.
No, we see that's a prime example I'd give. I'd say the story went downhill as soon as it went.
But you don't do end game raiding or anything anymore.
I did. I mean, I did the wars.
And the stories were fantastic.
It's all right. Okay, maybe the storyline is fantastic, but the exposition is just not good enough. It doesn't explain the story. Like how right, if you're raiding, you've got all these numbers flying up on your screen, and you need to avoid the bombs or get out of the green shit or whatever. The story is going to take second place. If there's some chat going on in the background from a couple of characters that's literally just popping up as a text box on your screen, and if you've got sound enough, you're not going to hear them talking. You're just not going to get a great grasp of the story. And a lot of the story in those, I mean, quests are supposed to be the main way you learn about the story and the world and the lore of Warcraft in World of Warcraft. And most people just go, yeah, whatever, skip, complete quest, give me my +2 agility leather trousers or whatever.
Yeah, but I enjoy that because I as a person, I don't care about stories. Like, I don't really care about lore behind games. So I'm glad that I have the option to skip it. But for someone like you, who does like the storytelling of a game, you have the option there.
I know I have the option there. It's just not very well told. It's all in delivery, isn't it? I mean, it's the same with films. A film is only as good as it has been directed. Like, it could be a fantastic story, but if it's not directed very well, then it's going to be. I mean, think of the Transformers films, right? Really cool story in terms of the old stuff, like the 80s cartoons and everything, but the new films are rubbish because they're not directed well and they don't deliver the story well.
Michael Bay.
Michael. Well, yeah, I know. Bang, bang.
Explosions. Yeah, exactly. I see no issue here.
Best thing ever. Shia LaBeouf and what's her face, Megan Fox.
Yeah, exactly. It's great. I see no problem with that. But okay, right. I see what you're getting at.
You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. So yeah, playing that, lots of Fallout, lots of Call of Duty. Now that's where my competitive multiplayer comes in. I know it's nowhere near as serious as anything that you've been playing, like Warcraft Arena 3 versus 3s or StarCraft.
I think no. COD has more of a competitive scene than WoW Arena.
Yes, definitely. But I mean, it's a load of rubbish, isn't it? Really, let's be honest. It's just in a game that's as unbalanced as Call of Duty is. I will admit that Black Ops 3 is the most balanced one in a long time.
The most balanced.
Oh yeah. I think it's really well balanced. What? Seriously, apart from some of the specialist abilities, I just think it's there's no. What again? I'm sure if enough people watch this, I'll get massive messages in the comments section, or maybe even in your stream later on. But I think that the guns, by and large, there is no one outstanding. Oh my god, everyone's using it. Do you remember, like in Black Ops 1, the FAMAS that everyone used?
Yeah, and then the MP5s were like amazing, and so were the M16s.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got you.
No one standout. Everyone uses this gun in maybe the KN-44, but I know. I just think it's quite well balanced. But what I'm saying is that I know it's a bigger competitive scene, but I just don't take it as seriously. I don't think anyone takes it that seriously. It's still got more of a kind of a bro fist kind of frat boy kind of game feel to it, doesn't it? And
yeah, it's arcadey.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like an arcade shooter.
Far more skill in an World of Warcraft competitive.
Yeah, you tell that to anyone who played COD, they'll punch you in the face though.
No, but it's rubbish, isn't it?
Well, yeah, you guys have what? How many triggers to pull? Like what? 2? You pull 2 triggers.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, and it's like in Call of Duty, you know they're going to be shooting at you with a gun. In World of Warcraft, it could be a rogue. It could be spells.
You have to learn all the counters. You have to learn all the spells.
Counters you've got to learn. Whereas that's the thing. In games where you have to have, and same with StarCraft, in games where it's like a rock, paper, scissors format, where this is just off the top of my head, I'm just making up complete bollocks. Let's say Divine Shield beats Execute, or you know what I'm trying to say, like Divine Shield would beat Execute, or something beats something, like a specific ability completely Anti-Magic Shield, a Death Knight's Anti-Magic Shield, that's going to counter a Frostbolt, or Counter Spell literally counters its healing spell. World of Warcraft. Call of Duty, gun shoots gun.
Yeah.
Gun bang, you're dead. Gun bang, you're dead. It's just there's no counters. There's no. Everything. Here we go. Everything damages and beats everything else if you fire first or whatever.
Yeah.
There's no block out. No, that's never going to work because you've used the wrong ability against the wrong opponent there. That doesn't happen in Call of Duty games. It doesn't really happen in shooters, to be fair. Yeah. So I would say there's much more skill involved in the World of Warcraft.
First time I've ever heard a Call of Duty player that.
Well, there you
go. I mean, the only thing you've got is the person who can aim better. I mean, obviously that is the hard thing in COD. Like, the reason you have a high KD and not a shit KD is because you're better at aiming than the person
and then there's map knowledge and there's flank routes, but there's no. I don't approach a corner in Call of Duty and go, oh, okay, if they've got an assault rifle, then I need to do this, or if they've got a shotgun, I need to whip this out and make sure I'm defending it with this. I mean, there is that to a certain degree. If I know someone's got a shotgun, I'm not going to charge straight into their face because it's just going to blow my head off.
Yeah.
But I know that in World of Warcraft, you need to do things like that. You need to go, oh man, that rogue is stealthed over there. I can't let him sap me. Or, oh man, he's opened with this, so I need to open with this. And that's just not something you have to do in Call of Duty. It's just not, is it? No. I mean, for God's sake, the compositions are one thing in the other. You know, like RMP. I mean, so for like, what's the best composition right now in threes or twos? What do you play? Twos?
No, threes. Twos is completely dead now. Threes is probably RMD or Turbo.
Rogue, right? So Rogue Major. So what's? So here we go. I didn't even know what Turbo is. What's Turbo?
Enhanced Enchantment Arms Warrior, normally Resto Druid or Holy Paladin.
And would you say that beating an RMD requires a completely different strategy to completing a Turbo?
Yeah,
comp?
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah. Well, it's like saying, like, Turbo, as a comp, when you play that, you literally just train one target to death.
Yeah.
That's all you do. Whereas RMD, you set up kills. You know, you sheep someone, then you sap them out, and you stun them and all this kind of thing.
Exactly. Well, and you've got to learn that. That's just two compositions. Whereas in Call of Duty, if they've got a sniper rifle and you run up against them with an assault rifle, you shoot them. If they've got a shotgun and you run up against an assault rifle, you shoot them. You know, it's all just beating them with what you've got. Obviously, there are things that allow you to do a more effective play, but it's nothing like, you don't have to learn anything. It's very intrinsic, Call of Duty. You just pick it up, you push the stick forward, you run forward, you pull the trigger, you shoot.
You're right. Yeah, exactly. Like, you can have a friend come round and be like, oh, I've never played COD before. Oh, no worries. You know, guy runs towards you. I shoot him in the face. If my friend came round, they were like, yo, can I try WoW? I'd be like, yeah, sure. I have no idea how to teach you how to play this game.
Here's the Arena Junkies forum.
Yeah.
Come back in 2 hours.
Come back in 2 hours when they've given you AIDS from being so horrible to you that you leave the page forever. Like, it's just, you can't teach that game. Like, it's not...
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't learn it naturally, pretty much.
Yeah. But basically, that's what I've been playing a load of, Call of Duty and Fallout. Right, we have spent, I think 20 minutes on that one topic. So, next topic, if you're right to move on.
Go. Do it.
Right, cool. So we've got, this is a good one, favourite game of 2015. It's the new year. It's time to look back and reflect. What's your favourite game of 2015? Whilst you're thinking,
yeah,
I have had a good long think about this.
Yeah, you do that. You sprang that on me. You could have posed these questions potentially at me before we did this, but okay.
We're living on the edge. Right, okay. So I'm going to say that my favourite games, I thought for the longest time, ever since it came out, I don't even remember when it came out, back in was it June? July? I don't know. Batman Arkham Knight. Loved it. Massive fan of Arkham City and Arkham Asylum. And I just love the way the story played out in this one. Again, do you know what? It's been out for ages. I'm just going to give a few spoilers. Spoilers for Batman Arkham Knight. I'm going to give it 2 or 3 seconds for people to turn on.
That game's old enough now, surely.
Yeah, well, this is what I'm saying. But there's a couple of big... I mean, do you care? Do you care?
You're not gonna play, I don't really care. I don't play those kind of games. I played the first one. Was that Arkham City?
That was Arkham Asylum. That was awesome. They're all awesome. Anyway, so do you know that the Joker's in this one? He's come back.
Sure. No, right, I did not.
So he was, and again, spoilers for City, but you haven't played this yet, deal with it. He dies at the end of City. The Joker
ruined.
Properly dies. And
how can you properly die as opposed to half die?
Well, it's like...
He's definitely dead.
Is he really dead? Yeah, he was definitely dead.
Did he lose his head?
No, it wasn't like that, but they came out and said, no, he's definitely dead.
Oh,
it wasn't like he did a virus or something. So, do you remember in the first one, he got massive right at the end because he used some of that Titan formula?
Yes.
Yeah, he got really sick in the second one because of that, and right at the end of the game, he succumbed to the illness as Batman was about to cure him.
Was that Arkham City?
Yeah, City was the second one.
I played that one as well. Yes.
Yeah, right. So he dies at the end of that, and then in the third one, he is dead. He
comes back for the third one.
He does come back in the third one. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yes, exactly. But the way it's weird and clever. So he comes back, Scarecrow turns up, injects you with this super duper powerful, not injects you, but you inhale this super duper powerful fear toxin, and because the Joker is sort of implanted in your psyche because you you accidentally had some of his donated blood in your veins. So in your mind, every time you're exposed to fear gas and stuff, he was slowly taking you over and he became another part of your consciousness. And basically, Mark Hamill's performance in that game as the Joker, as he was kind of wrestling for control of your, I don't want to say soul, but for wrestling control of your mind, fantastic. The way they played off each other and the way he was he would appear next to you, but obviously couldn't interact with anyone because no one could see him or hear him apart from you. Just the way he would play off of you, talk to you, try and like chastise you and make fun of you as you were slowly losing your mind. It was so good. The story ended really well. I know a lot of people. I played it on PlayStation 4. I loved it so much I platinumed it, and I know there were some really bad things about it on computer, just not working properly. I don't think it even works now. I think the PC port's still buggered. Either way, loved it. So love that game. Loved the new characters they put into it. There was a twist at the end with like who is the Arkham Knight. Wasn't much of a twist because they kind of set it up like they set it up in a way that they go, who is the Arkham Knight? And then just before they reveal him, they reveal a brand new character they've never shown before from the Batman universe. They've never shown him before in the Arkham series, but he's a well-known character in the Batman universe. And it's like, this might be the Arkham Knight, and it is. And it's just a bit of a letdown. But there are still enough twists and good stories.
So you're going to spoil the fact that the main bad guy died, but you're not going to tell us who the Arkham Knight is.
All right, okay, fine.
No, actually, no, you know what? Leave it. Because if the person now thinks, hey, I want to go play this game, give them something at least, because you've ruined now.
You see the thing. First of all, I gave enough warning, so if they didn't turn off, that's their problem. But the thing is, the Joker being it was a nice twist. The fact that this character becomes the Arkham Knight is telegraphed from so far away that it's like, oh, okay. Well, I saw that coming. Didn't see it coming until they started pointing fingers straight at him, like 10 minutes before they reveal it. Anyway, that was annoying. But there were some really good side quests in it, some really interesting ones with some DC heroes that I never heard of before. That was great. And my other game of the year, I'm going to have to... I don't think I could choose between them, but the other front runner is definitely Fallout 4 for the reasons that I mentioned earlier. The story's amazing, the world's fantastic, characters. Can't stop playing it, still playing it now. Probably going to double my hours on it, probably going to go easily 100 hours plus on it. Fantastic. So those would be my games. I think it was a very, very good year for single-player games. Not that you'd care, but 2015 was an excellent year. Witcher 3, that was good. Played a bit of that. Couldn't really get into it as much as I could Batman or Fallout, but played that well. Bloodborne, still need to play that. I know that's got a little bit of multiplayer in it, but it's mainly a single-player effort. So, you know, there's still lots of good single-player games left to play. Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, Mad Max,
yeah. I mean,
there were lots of big games, and this was also a massive year for those like indie. Oh, I don't know what they're called. What are they called? The ones that tell a story pretty much as you play them.
Do you mean like point and click adventures, bit like Wolf Among Us and stuff like that?
Yeah, that kind of thing where you like get options where you like can choose how to say.
Yes, point and click adventures, pretty much. Yeah.
Undertale.
So yeah. So last year, that's not a point and click adventure, but I know that's a JRPG, but that's more focused on the conversation and
I've never played it. I just hear people talk about it all the time, constantly.
It's like £6 on Steam, so go buy it and stream it if you want. I mean, £6. But yeah, I know what you mean. But in terms of you're right in terms of point and click adventures, there was Life is Strange, which everyone said was amazing. And then I think there was Tales from the Borderlands as well, that finished, and Game of Thrones.
Until Dawn. Was that this year?
Not so much a point and click, but
that's the one. Those are the kind of games I'm talking about.
Decision making games, sort of thing.
Sure, yeah. Where it's almost like watching a film where you make choices and every now and then you run around.
Based on that, yeah, I would say that you could class Until Dawn and Tales from the Borderlands and what was the other one? Game of Thrones and Life is Strange as decision making games. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, that's fair enough. Right, I've given you enough time now. Come on, what's your best game of 2015?
Okay, so like. I was thinking that I was going to say World of Warcraft because it's the only game that I've played actively throughout 2015. But when I actually think about it and think about how the game...
Let's be clever about this. So it's got to be a game that released in 2015. So you've got to specifically say that Warlords of Draenor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Warlords of Draenor didn't get released in 2015, really. It got released in 2014, didn't it?
Did it?
In the December 2014 or something like that.
God, has it been out that long?
Oh, yeah. This is the problem. So I guess you could kind of class it as a 2015 game because it came out very late in 2014.
Yeah, you could. I suppose.
But I'm not going to say that because I personally think that as a game that thing is a cesspool right now. So one of the only other games that I've played that I knew I would enjoy before I even played it was StarCraft, and going back to why this is my favorite game, so StarCraft Legacy of the Void, more specifically, is the new expansion that came out.
Because you loved it so much that you played all 3 missions.
Oh, yeah, but that's not why I play games, is it? I don't play games for the story.
So, yeah, I know. So you played a lot. Did you play a lot of the multiplayer? Did you play
I have played the multiplayer now, yeah. I am placed back into Diamond League, back where I rightfully belong. One day, Master, maybe, who knows. But yeah, I don't play that much, but when I do play, I always have a good time, because the reason I enjoy StarCraft as as a game, and I think it's amazing, is it's the only MMO shooter, just the only online game, right, that has ever nearly perfectly balanced itself.
Oh yeah, totally.
Nearly,
Yeah,
it's so close. Like there are tiny little things that you're like, that needs fixing. But there's no online game I know where I'm like, yeah, this is as balanced as the strategy game StarCraft. There just is. There is no balance. And no, earlier I know I said MMOs and shooters. I was not calling StarCraft an MMO or a shooter. I'm just saying there's no online game out there that comes close in terms of the balance in that game. I can play as Zerg and, you know, I can beat a Terran and a Protoss. Or I can play against a Protoss and be ripped apart. You know, it just depends. What strategies do you play and all this? And I've played upwards of, I think it's like 2,000, 3,000 StarCraft games now online.
That is impressive.
And the games are always different every time. Like, it's never the same. I mean, you might do the same tactics, yeah, but because you're playing against a person and everyone thinks differently.
You see, that I find really interesting. I have always heard people say, oh, that's so great because they're always different. But how can they be? And the only reason I say how can they always be different is because I know that the one thing you need to know for playing StarCraft Online is build orders.
Yes.
So how can they be different if you're all following strict build orders?
Because you don't follow strict build orders. No, no one really follows a strict build order in this game. What will basically happen is you'll start a strict build order. Yes, the first 5 minutes of a game, boring as hell. However, hang on, wait, this has changed. I'll explain that in a minute. So you do your strict build order and all this crap, right?
Yeah.
And then someone's gone for a rush build order. They've gone for early Zerglings. So there are Zerglings in your base now. Oh crap! I can't keep doing my build order anymore. Because there are now Zerglings running in my base. If I keep building, I'm going to lose the game. Oh god, I need to make some units quick. So then you make some roaches to counter that. So you push them out, but now your build orders are completely out of time. You've now got a roach den when you were originally going for Zergling Mutalisk. So now you're making roaches into probably, you know, whatever you want to do low game. Maybe you're going to branch out to Hydralisks and maybe Lurkers.
So it's more about like adapting.
It's a reactive game. It's totally reactive.
But then, whilst you're reacting to these things, whilst you're saying, oh my god, I need to now build roaches, would you still, underneath that, try and stick to the recommended build order? Because that's where I think the real skill would lie. Or is that, after you've done that, do you just start experimenting and knowing what counters work with what, you would then kind of just make it sort of like up on the fly?
You know what counters what after playing the game for a while.
Okay, but you would, based on the fact that you know the counters, you would then make up a completely new build order on the fly based on the knowledge of those counters, yeah?
Yeah, somewhat, yeah. You can't just go... Because everyone plays differently, you know. Someone might be hyper-aggressive for the next 10 minutes. One person might attack you once, fall back and build. It's really about reading the other player in that game. You can't go... They're not robots, you know. They make mistakes as well. That's the other thing. Like, I've played against people, like Master League players, and I'm sure the reason they're in Master League, which is above Diamond, and it's because I have no idea what they're doing because they're so bad at the game. They're good. Like, they're so random. I'm like, I have never seen anyone do that. But because I've never seen anyone do that, I have no idea how to beat you. So
it's the unorthodox maverick tactics that are winning the day here, you think?
I have no idea how to beat, like, a professional player. Yeah, sure, they could pummel him into the ground, but I don't know how to react against it. Yeah. And it is just so much fun. Like, it's one of the only games where I've played that many... Like, if I played that many games of Age of Empires, or League of Legends, or Dota, or anything, I'd be bored.
That's a point, actually. You still playing Heroes? Did I not see you playing that the other day?
Obsessively for about... Oh, yes, you did. Yeah, you came in, I was playing it with with one of my friends. Yes.
Yeah.
Problem with that game is it's a Care Bear MOBA. Right.
A Care Bear MOBA.
Yeah.
Do you care to expand on this spurious claim of yours?
It's for pansies who can't play a real MOBA.
Right. Well, you know, yes. Now I say that's why I like it, because it is very. I mean, there's none of that stupid item management.
What do you mean? Oh, right. It's dumbed down for casual players, basically.
I completely agree with you there, because there's none of that stupid item management that I don't understand in League of Legends.
Yeah.
Where you have to, like, buy Doran's...
Yeah, you have to build items and all that. The problem with Heroes of the Storm, because I was thinking, is that my favourite game? And there was like, I played it obsessively for like a month, and then I realised it's really bad.
Still fun though, right?
Every now and then. Like, I can't play more than 2 games in a row. Thing is I got to like rank 3 on that game. Right. And you've got, you know, rank 1 to rank 50 or whatever. And I was rank 3, and I had played the game for 4 days. Okay.
Oh, wow, okay.
Now, no, but the thing is right, I didn't deserve to be at that rank. I was not good enough to be at rank 3.
Right. And how did you get there then?
Because the matchmaking system is broken beyond belief. And that's a problem. It turns the game into a cesspool because you've got really good players who are really low rank when they haven't had the matchmaking bullshit happen, and you've got really bad players who are like rank 2 or rank 1 because they have matchmaking. Right. So that was the main problem. That's why I binned that game. I was like, I can't be bothered with this. Like, I'm playing better than this guy who's a rank 1. How is this fair? Like, it's absurd. But no, yeah, definitely going back to the original point. StarCraft, definitely the best game of the year. It's just so well balanced, and it's got such a good suit.
Best game of the year. So StarCraft for you, StarCraft Legacy of the Void for you, and Batman Arkham Knight or Fallout for me. I can't make a decision. Maybe if we do continue this podcast, maybe I can hammer something down after I've had to think about it. Okay, good. I like it. The only other section I've got on here before we can go on to like outros and maybe some Q&A or whatever and plugs is there any gaming news you know of this week? Because I've had a look, I've had a bit of research before this, and there seems to be almost nothing in terms of news that's come out this week, which is a bit of a shame. But there we go. Never mind.
Well, the closed beta 2 for Black Desert is coming out soon.
Closed beta is that European?
Yeah, European and North America. That's coming out. Well, they haven't actually released the exact date, but it should be towards the end of January because the game is set to release in the first quarter of 2016. So yeah, that is on its way out. So that's what I'm kind of hyped and waiting on. In terms of actual like good games coming out, I haven't really.
This is the thing. I've just remembered. Yes, there's an extra segment that I was going to ask you. Final, yeah. So not much news. We'll just skip over that. We can do that maybe another time when there's more stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Final segment. What game or games are you looking forward to? Most looking forward to in 2016?
I think we know what the answer is going to be for that one.
Yeah, that will definitely be
Black Desert.
Yeah, the new Call of Duty for you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, the new Hello Kitty Adventure Island. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Yeah, the new Black Desert. Like for it to come out in Europe, is going to be amazing. Because at the moment I'm playing with random Koreans who I have no idea. A couple of my viewers have come across and they're playing with me now, which is great.
Came across to the Korean servers.
Yeah, like they've started because they didn't know about this game or anything, or they hadn't started playing it. But then I was like, yeah, you can download it here. It only costs this much. And all this. They're like, oh, hype! I might come play that with you. And I was like, oh yeah, that's bless. So. It's a lot of fun, and I love playing with my friends. Obviously, like playing games with friends makes it 10 times better. So, yeah, that's what I'm hyped forward to come out in 2016. Hopefully, it's sooner rather than later. Well, what about you?
I've got a list here of games that are coming out. I'm gonna quickly go through and pick out ones that I think you or me might like. So January, nah, not really much. I mean, Rise of the Tomb Raider. But, I've got that on Xbox already. I'm going to play that. XCOM 2. That's coming out in February, a couple of days before my birthday. I cannot wait for that. Turn-based strategy game.
Oh,
awesome. Turn-based strategy like Alien Invasion. XCOM 2.
Turn-based strategy games are for people who can't think fast enough.
That's why I love them, mate. That's why I love me some turn-based. It's like chess. It's brilliant.
Yeah, we don't need chess. We need quick paced.
I really loved the first XCOM. I put a lot of time into that. So XCOM is definitely high on my list. Certainly top 3 games come out. Far Cry Primal, February 23rd. That's looking. Have you seen Far Cry Primal? Have you seen what you can do in it?
Oh, that's the one that's freaking. I have actually seen a demo for that because someone linked it to me and they asked me to watch it. It's based in like what's it called? What would you call it? Like prehistoric times.
Yeah, Neolithic periods and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
Sure, one of those. Yeah, it looks interesting. It looks weird. Kind of like because there are dinosaurs in it and stuff, aren't there?
I'm not so sure. Or
there's like beasts of some form. There's
that's the crux of the game. Is basically like the gameplay demo I've seen of it is in this one gameplay demo. He went from like riding on a bear or something to controlling an owl and like flying as the owl flies.
Oh, okay, I haven't seen that.
It just looks so.
Well, the guy was like flapping in the air with his arms flying as an owl. Or...
That's exactly what he was doing.
That's great. Sign me up.
So no, he could control these owls with like his kind of like whistle, kind of. Right.
Okay.
And then he just takes this out and slams it into like a rival caveman and takes him out. It just
slams an owl into a rival caveman.
It's as dumb as it's. I am not over exaggerating that. Seriously, he flies this owl straight into another like caveman who's wandering in the valley below, and I think it kills the caveman. It looks bonkers, but. What I'm worried about it is that unlike Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, which was kind of that 80s weird spin-off with like the laser dragons and everything, that knew it was stupid. I don't think Far Cry Primal knows it looks stupid. I think they're trying to make it serious. Because I think it's like a story about like revenge and, your tribe was decimated, now you're out to get your...
How can you make a game serious if in your premiere trailer you have an owl being smashed into someone's face? No one's that dumb.
The Far Cry games have been gradually getting more and more stupid in the last few years, and that suited Blood Dragon, and they knew it was like it wasn't a full price game, so it was just a bit of a laugh. It was like an extra add on, and it was just a really stupid 80s pastiche on just action movies and stuff. So it knew it was stupid, but it was done lovingly. Whereas this looks like it's trying to be serious, and
I honestly haven't played since Far Cry 3. I got about halfway through that game.
Yeah.
And it is good. It is great.
Yeah.
I'm sure one day, maybe 2017, I'll finish that game. Who knows?
Well, that was the last one that had like a sort of fairly serious storyline, and then Far Cry 4 came out again. Not gonna lie, really enjoyed it. Platinum that on the PlayStation, but it's just started to get a little bit. I mean, there was Troy Baker in it, and he was playing this like dictatorial, weird man in a pink suit who was ruling over the Himalayas. It was all just a bit bizarre.
Sounds great.
It was weird.
You're selling it for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah. The Division, March the 8th. That looks interesting. That's MMO third-person shooter by Ubisoft.
Wait, which games? Who? What? What's
the
called?
Division. The Division.
Oh, someone mentioned that a minute ago.
Yeah, that looks. However, they have been delaying it. So I think we're gonna have to. We've seen a decent amount of it. We're gonna need to see like playable demos first before I can make a decision.
Division.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's like sitting like after like a global catastrophe has like wiped out the entire human race.
Is it Tom Clancy?
Yeah.
Game?
Yeah. It's like global flu epidemic has wiped out the human race. No one's turned into zombies or anything.
Classic. Never heard of that before.
Yeah, I know.
Never heard of those like post-apocalyptic
Disease of the Week
games.
movie.
Yeah, never heard of post-apocalyptic games before. Damn, that hasn't been killed and bludgeoned and dug up again since.
And it doesn't help the fact that this is literally like been delayed so much. So I think
Is it in New York by any chance?
I believe it is set in Manhattan. Yes.
For God's sake.
I believe it is.
Please. Originality. Oh my God, I think it is. I'm looking at a picture now that looks quite...
No, I do think it is. I seem to remember it is indeed set in New York, yeah. And you play like these sleeper agents who are part of the Division, who have been activated after the catastrophe to regain control of civilization and stuff. It's, yeah, that's pretty much...
Oh, man.
How it's playing out. What else we got? Dark Souls 3. Might check that one. Oh, yeah. Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I reckon Deus Ex Mankind Divided is my #1 game that I'm looking forward to this year. I really can't wait. I mean, you're not going to care because it's a single player game, but loved Human Revolution.
Tell you what's coming out this year, actually. That's coming out very, very soon on the MMO side of games.
Do tell. Genuinely interested. Go on, hit me.
Hang on, let me get the release date so I don't get it right. I think it is coming out on January the... Okay, or the website could go blank for me.
Mass Effect Andromeda, whilst you're looking that up. My God.
January... Mass Effect... Sorry, I found it.
That's
okay,
cool.
you go on first. You said about Mass Effect.
Mass Effect Andromeda. You know Mass Effect 2.
You love your Mass Effects, don't you?
I love my Mass Effect. Mass Effect Andromeda is hopefully going to be out this year, but could be pushed back. That and Deus Ex, definitely my #1 spots. Cannot wait. Go on. So what's your game?
18th of January. Blade and Soul.
Blade and Soul. Hang on, have you mentioned this before?
Yes, I've got the Masters Pack for it.
Oh, so you've already bought into it then?
No, I didn't buy it.
Oh, did you manage to get like a press copy or something?
I got it. I would not have spent $94.99 on this game.
Oof. Korean massively multiplayer online role playing. NC. Why do I know the name NC?
NC Soft. I don't know. They're the producers for it. Seriously. Yeah, it comes out now.
Oh, they did WildStar and Guild Wars. And
yeah. So there's a lot. There was a lot of hype behind this game. It's kind of fallen off. Like I used to hear about it all the time.
It's been out in Korea since 2012, apparently.
That's the problem. It's quite an old game. It's not new anymore. It's being westernized far too late after release, almost. But yeah, it comes out in a few days. Well, it comes out.
And you played it. You've played the
I did play it for a good few hours.
Thoughts?
I hated it.
Really?
The cinematics were fantastic. The story, fantastic. Like, you'd probably enjoy it because it was almost like an offline game with cinematics and stuff. It was fantastic. The problem is there were just stupid mechanics. Like, every class could glide with, like, they just stick their hands out and kind of, like, glide to the floor, and that really annoyed me. The combat didn't feel great.
That must be a sight.
It's entirely combo-based, it feels. Which I'm fine with, but it doesn't flow well for me. And the jumping, you jumped, like, 10 foot high, and that really annoyed me. The fact that I could jump 10 foot high just angered me. But yeah, that's
it. This is Japanese, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weeboo as hell.
Oh, it's Korean. Okay. Oh yeah, of course it came out in Korea.
Yeah, it's Korean, but it's weeboo as hell.
So it will have horrendous amounts of grind, obviously.
Yeah, it's a very it's small scale PvP focused, 1v1s, 2v2s. That's what it's focused on. So I thought I'd love it. I was like, oh, this is gonna be the game for me. But I couldn't get into it. It didn't draw me in at all.
So because you've got this founders pack or whatever, you will get it when it releases, yeah?
No, I probably won't.
What? How? Why?
Because I don't want to play it. Like I've got.
Oh right, but I mean, you are entitled to a free copy.
Oh, dude, I get So I've got the copy of the game. I've got like 3 months membership for it. I've got like £30 of in-game currency.
Right. Okay.
I've got everything under the sun. I've got a 3-day head start.
Oh wow. Okay.
But like, I don't know. I just tried it and I couldn't do it.
Okay. Oh well, that's a shame.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, what a waste. Like now, if I had that code for Black Desert, I'd be.
But how long is it until you get bored of that as well?
Well, I put more time into this than I have Blade and Soul easily.
Okay, all right. Oh, well, at least you're enjoying that more then.
Yeah. And also another game that's coming out in 2016 is obviously going to be World of Warcraft Legion.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I am going to get back into that. I will resubscribe and I will keep playing again, but I just have no desire to play it at the moment. I really liked the leveling experience in Draenor, Warlords of Draenor, and then it just massively dropped off for me.
Yeah.
In terms of what we did at the end game. I don't know how much I can enjoy it anymore. What with the fact that I just don't have the time to do proper raiding now. I just don't have that time.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that. The raiding has got better. That's the only feature in the game that's got better, though.
So you genuinely reckon that the raiding is better than it was in Burning Crusade, then?
In terms of boss mechanics, and like the story and the raiding, loads of raiders. I'm not a raider really, but whenever I raid, I'm like, yeah, it's a pretty cool raid. And all the raiders have said, all the PvEers have said that this is like the best expansion for raiding.
That is interesting because
the problem is there's only been 3 raids.
That's just what I was going to say. The final one was it called Hellfire Citadel, and that's it now, right? Until September. There's no more content, is there?
Yeah, apparently so.
Wow, that is. I mean,
don't worry, they're going to reset the arena season at some point. Oh no, wait, I think they've done. No, they did that. I think we're on the last arena season too.
Oh, they're clutching at straws. They had this problem with Pandaria before Draenor.
Yeah, and they've done it again. I know, yeah. Siege of Orgrimmar, 15 months or something, I think we had that.
It was stupid. But no, I have to say that I did quite enjoy Siege of Orgrimmar, because I did play a lot of that.
Yeah, it was great. Not for 15 months, though.
No.
Right,
and not Hellfire Citadel for another, 12? It's going to be around for 12. That's just stupid. They need to sort out their business model.
Yeah, they just, like, their release structure needs to be better.
They're just hemorrhaging. I know it's... A lot of people are like, oh, it's dying. I think you're going to have to do a lot more to kill off World of Warcraft. But they are hemorrhaging subscribers at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, they're below 5 million, I think. Or they're around 5
that's
million.
That's ridiculous. Do you remember when we played it in Wrath of the Lich King Burning Crusade? I think it was Wrath of the Lich King. It was 10 million, yeah.
Yeah, it was their highest point was like 11 mil, I think. But yeah, I mean, so Legion's coming out later in the year, so that's something.
Yeah, definitely going to check that out.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Legion, we've got Black Desert for you, and we got Deus Ex and Mass Effect for me. Okay, interesting. Right, that's the final section. I guess we can go on to, we can either...
There's plebs if they've got any questions.
If your minions have got questions.
Yo, guys, if you've got any questions, I don't know what... I don't know. Yeah. If you've got any questions, go ahead and ask them.
If anyone's curious, if they're listening to this on, like, if I do ever manage to get this up on, like, a podcast website, Tom does have one of his many Twitch stream followers in the background, can be talking to us live, and they're going to be asking questions. If they've got any, they might not have any. So we'll see if they've got any.
I like this question. So Carly Rawls asked, "What's your opinion on your brother's game choice?"
Right, who's he talking to?
Oh yeah, let's go with Carly. Which one? Or we like?
Sorry, Carly may be a lady. I shouldn't have.
I assume Carly's a lady.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Whilst Carly confirms what she means about the question, Caesar Wolf says, "Explain what is Mass Effect." Dan, you explain that.
Caesar? Are you joking? Right? You've never had a Mass Effect?
No, I don't think he's played it before.
Wow, okay. That's fair enough. I mean, Mass Effect is a sort of like a sci-fi action RPG set in our own galaxy. It revolves around a main character called Commander Shepard, and it's basically his fight to save the galaxy from a looming threat. Very, very good series of combat-based RPGs. Not so much. I mean, they're not so much role-playing. They're not as expansive. They're not as sandboxy as a traditional role-playing. Doesn't have as much flexibility. Really good combat though. The reason why I like it so much is it's got a massive focus on player choice, and it's got a massive focus on great writing and fantastic support characters. You can go around. It's squad based as well, so it's you in the battle plus 2 AI controlled characters that you can give commands to, and those characters you can forge friendships with. You can romance them. You can upgrade them, adapt them, and you can combine their powers and stuff with yours. And it's so good. The combat's amazing. The story's amazing. If you have never played Mass Effect and you love RPGs, go out, buy Mass Effect 2, because the combat in Mass Effect 1 isn't great. It's a bit clunky. Play from Mass Effect 2. You'll get a great standalone story, and Mass Effect 2 is my favorite game of all time. There is never, ever going to be a game that tops it, I don't think. Maybe Mass Effect Andromeda. Who knows? Doubt it, though. So yeah, Mass Effect 2, awesome action sci-fi RPG. That's your answer.
There
Play
we
it.
go. Okay, so Carly said, yeah, what's your opinion on your brother's game choice? That was to me.
Right.
I used to play MMOs with my brother like every day. We were in the same raiding guild. We used to raid together every night, pretty much, or like 3 or 4 times a week. He's changed his game taste a lot. Now he's got similar game taste, I feel, to what I had when I was 15 or 16, which is because I used to love Call of Duty. And I did used to play, I used to play Call of Duty missions, and I used to game mission based, but then I just got so hyper competitive that I stopped being interested in story-based games. Whenever I walk in my brother's room, he's never playing the same game. You're either playing Call of Duty, Fallout, or you're playing some random weird computer game that I've never seen, like some indie game or something.
Yeah, I should point out to Carly that Call of Duty is a game that I only ever play with friends online, maybe friends from work or a couple of old school friends. It's not something that I sit down and actively go, "Oh, come at me, bro," kind of try and like sweaty try hard.
You're not a try hard, yeah, on it.
Not at all, not at all.
We have some try hards in the chat, boys.
I'm just gonna to maybe give you a little bit of a better idea of my choice. In my Steam library, I'm just looking at my favorited games. I've got XCOM Enemy Unknown. I've got The Wolf Among Us, Witcher 2, Warhammer 40k, Dawn of War 2, Civilization 5, Magic the Gathering. I like turn-based games, so that's like Warcraft. Not Warcraft. Magic and XCOM. And I love story-based driven games. So, and I love strategy games as well, obviously. So yeah, the Call of Duty, love it, but it's pretty much the only shooter I play. Actually, that and Battlefield occasionally.
Okay. I've formed my opinion on your games. Here we go. This is to sum up really quickly. We can't go in and discuss this because, my God, this would go on forever. My opinion on my brother's game is I think it's absolutely absurd and ridiculous the amount of money that he puts into video games as opposed to me. Because I buy one MMO that costs me, £10 a month, and I play the shit out of that MMO. Whereas you go buy, I know obviously because you work for a gaming company, sometimes you get cheap, you can get like special deals and all that. But you've got Fallout, you play Call of Duty, you get all these Steam games and all the libraries, you've got the new Tomb Raider, and I'm just sat here with, World of Warcraft and Black Desert, which cost me nothing, kind of thing.
Yeah, okay.
That's my opinion.
I can see that. And yeah, because you're right, because I do essentially work in the games industry. Not going to tell you where, obviously. I am very lucky in that I can occasionally get copies here and there to play. But you're right, I probably do spend more than you. But at the moment, I'm on a bit more money than you. I've got a bit more disposable income. So
you bought games before. Anyway, yeah, we will go. No, we're not going into this. Yeah, I get you. I know you have more disposable income than me and everything, and that's how you spend your money. It's like I used to spunk my money on cars or whatever.
Cars.
I did, they're still broken to this day. But anyway, let's move on because there are quite a few questions.
Okay.
Someone said, is Arcade worth checking out? Really quickly, no. Arcade is dead. It's pay to win. Don't do it. Come check out Black Desert instead. Ask Dan if you can fix your door. Couldn't possibly. My door's amazing.
You really should get a handle.
No, they love it. They love my door.
They love it. It's become its own little character.
Yeah, they're like people when they're new to my stream, they're like, oh my God.
You should get it on a t-shirt. You should get a picture of the door on a t-shirt with the handle missing, and then it should have the caption underneath that says "You can't handle me."
For fuck's sake.
Yes, bringing it back.
Can you ask I like this. Can you ask Dan if he's going to try out one of the free guest passes for Black Desert? I get a guest pass when I get the game.
Sure. If you want to give it to me, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'll if you've got a spare one hanging around, by all means, if you want to use them for user competitions. But if you've really got one and you don't know what to do with it, I'll take it. I just don't play MMOs anymore because I don't have the time. I only really game now on the weekends, occasionally during the week in the evenings after work. And MMOs, as much as I love them, and let me make this clear, guys. So Carly was asking earlier about what does Tom think of my gaming opinion. We have fairly similar tastes in gaming. I love MMOs as much as Tom does. I really, really do. But I just don't get the time to play them anymore. I know you've logged more hours than me, but on my World of Warcraft, I've put, I think it's 3,000 hours into it. So it's not as much as Tom, but it's
amounts of time into that.
It's a lot of time we've both put into MMOs. So I would probably enjoy Black Desert, and I would give it a go. But I just said it's the time constraints and everything. But yes, I would totally try it if the situation or the opportunity arose, rather.
Let's keep going through. What do you think about? This is probably one for you, Dan. I don't know if you looked at this. What do you think about Ghost Recon Wildlands?
That is a fantastic question, whoever asked that.
It's Nick, Sorry.
It's who, sorry?
It's Nick,
It's Nick, Good name. Ghost Recon Wildlands. Yeah, I've seen... Have we had any gameplay footage of it? I'm not sure if we have. It looks okay. It's a Tom Clancy game, isn't it? The last few Ghost Recons haven't been brilliant. They're really changing up the formula with this one. Really changing up. So, it looks sort of like a more organised Just Cause to me, and I don't know if I'm into that. Again, this may fall into the sandbox, not enough direction for me category. And as I said, when it comes to shooters, I don't really play anything outside of Call of Duty and Battlefield and a couple of single-player ones like, the BioShock series. So, gotta keep an eye on it. I don't even know if it's third person or first person, actually. But,
well then.
So it does look interesting. I know it's big open world. Could be awesome if you've got a group of people playing with each other.
Right. Yeah, I have no opinion on it, unfortunately. I didn't even know it was coming out. I'm really bad with Ghost Recon games because I played the...
You're really bad with anything that isn't an MMO.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you talked to me about MMOs. I know ones that are coming over to England in like 2 years or that haven't even released in Japan yet, kind of thing. But yeah, any other things, I'm just really bad at keeping up with it. So there you go. Caesar's Wolf's going to go check out that game right now, which is Mass Effect. Let's see if we've got any more questions. Sylvays, I will answer that question later, dude, because that's purely Black Desert Online related. So that's, yeah, I'll answer that one later. One sec. I don't know if there are any more. Can you ask your brother if he would play Black Desert if he got one of those free... Oh, wait, no, sorry, that's a repost.
You've already asked that.
Yeah, that's a repost. Oh, no, I've reset the thing. Okay, I think I've caught up. I think that's all the questions I've got.
That's fine. That's a great. That's brilliant. If you haven't got any more,
are
we done?
Yeah.
Great. Well, I really enjoyed that. Got off to a bit of a rocky start, but it was pretty good fun. I think the only thing left to say is thank you very much for watching. If you're watching on Tom's stream right now, thanks for listening. And if you listen to this on wherever the hell I managed to put this up, it's definitely going to be going up on my YouTube channel. So that'll be Hackbeard on YouTube. Would it be going up on your channel, Tom?
Yeah, I'll whack up my YouTube channel and I'll see if I get lots of hate for uploading it.
Is that Private Wiggles TV? Is that?
No, it's just youtube.com/Private Wiggle, PVT Wiggles. I'll also highlight it on my Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'll put it.
So
I guess. We'll get it up on the proper podcast place, wherever the hell that is as well.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know where we can put it, but obviously for the people watching on your Twitch stream right now, they know you, they love you. But for the people maybe who've come through my channel or maybe who found it as a podcast on a podcast website, where can they find you on social media? Where can they find you on YouTube? What are your contacts?
What are my contacts?
Plug away. Just give your channel names.
Okay, right. So if you want to check out my YouTube videos, I do a lot of guides, mostly on the Black Desert at the moment because that's my main game that I'm playing. That's youtube.com/PVT Wiggles. If you want to check out my stream, I stream 7 days a week for between 4 to 8 hours a day, depending on how busy I am and if I've got video footage to do. That's twitch.tv/PVT Wiggles. If you want to see when I'm going live or just want to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/PVT Wiggles TV, because someone already had PVT Wiggles. And then I've also got a Facebook page, which is facebook.com/PVT Wiggles. Those are my plugs. Dan, your YouTube channel is youtube.com/
I believe it's Hackbeard.
How do you spell that?
Because I've not got... I was looking at it earlier.
You don't have an individual URL, do you?
No, that's right, I don't. So you're just going to have to search for Hackbeard. At the moment, I have like one video up on Managing the Gathering.
Neckbeard!
Yeah. So I'll be Hackbeard on YouTube. You might not be able to find me yet. You might do when this video goes up.
How do you find out? No, hang on, wait. Before we stop this, let's do this logically. Hackbeard. Hack beard.
Yeah.
All one word, 2 words.
All one word. All one word.
Hack.
You might not be able to find me.
No, I can't. And I want to, like, some people have a couple of people asked for your channel.
I did just change the name because someone hacked one of my Gmail accounts, so I can't use Slackbeard anymore. So that might maybe give it a day and it'll be up. But I tell you what, you can do.
I found Slackbeard. A novice plays
it might
Magic.
be called Slackbeard for now. That's nice and confusing. You can follow me there if you want. It should change to Hackbeard soon.
Oh, it is. It says Hackbeard, but it comes up from searching Slackbeard.
That's clearly. We clearly just need to give it some time. So for now, if you really want to see anything of me on YouTube, search Slackbeard, but it's going to be Hackbeard soon. I can tell you that my Twitter handle for all of my gaming channel and my gaming stuff is Hackbeard _, just like Hackbeard with an underscore at the end, because someone had taken Hackbeard, obviously. So Hackbeard with an underscore. I'm on YouTube, Hackbeard or Slackbeard, whatever you call me. I don't really do anything at the moment in terms of regularity. I don't stream. I don't have any regular videos. I'm going to try and maybe do this podcast once a week.
I think weekly would be good, yeah.
Yeah, once a week would be great. I'd love to do that. And if it goes well, I'll do more. And yeah, we'll go from there, basically. Anything else to add, Tom?
Coolly. I've got one more question real quick for you.
Yeah.
Grimm's just said I've got one more question, and then he used the best emote in the world, so I had to allow it.
And that is a very good emote.
It's called Dan Wait. Yeah, exactly. It's from Dan's Gaming, who's a channel. Yeah, are you at all hyped for Uncharted 4?
Another good question. The Uncharted 2s can be very hit and miss for me. Uncharted 3, I loved. Uncharted 2, I know a lot of people say that Uncharted 2 is the best. I wasn't really into it. Yes, I am. I'm interested in it. I wouldn't say hyped. It's been pushed back a lot, hasn't it? It was supposed to be coming out last year, and now it's not coming out until, was it April, March? We will see, although it's in good, Naughty Dog, arguably the best developer in the world at the moment. That's a discussion for another day, obviously, but coming fresh off The Last of Us success. So, yes, I loved The Last of Us. I'm interested to see where they take Uncharted. Although I don't know if it's going to kind of sort of peter out into a damp squib, because it was all kind of quite neatly tied up with the final third one. And this one just seems like a bit of a tacked on thing at the end. But yeah, basically, yes, looking forward to it. We'll see where it goes.
Coolly.
Great.
Right.
Thank you for listening, everyone. Tom, are you continuing your stream after this?
I'll talk to them for a minute. Probably go off in a little bit though.
Cool. That's the end of the podcast. Thank you for tuning in to the BeardBros first ever podcast. Didn't go too badly after all that. And we will see you next time.
Peace out.